shows where they're at compared to where they're at in Leg 1. These two teams have got their heads on today, and that's good for the series, good for the tournament, and good for the third leg in Colombo. No matter what happens here, we switch back to the women's side of the draw now.
So China and Korea are game 13 here of this tournament, and at Namdong Asiad Stadium in Incheon. And this should be a good matchup between China and the local favourites, Korea. Teams just getting ready to run onto the field. Korea suffered a loss first up against Hong Kong, but they showed some good application on defence, putting in a lot of big hits. And China had a fairly convincing first up win against Sri Lanka and on the other side of the draw. And we can see both teams, the Koreans about to be led out by Kim Yuri in the pink headgear. There's the China lineup. Number 3 Yang performed strongly in the first game, as did number 9 Run Hong Ting. Scored a couple of tries in that one. Crowd starting to build here. And for South Korea, Kim Yuri had a strong performance in the first game. Guan in number 7 ran strongly down the sidelines, showed a bit of pace. As we've remarked, great conditions for rugby out here, so expect to see another exhibition of running and handling. Yu to kick off for China. Bit of a bobbly bouncing one, but secured by Yuri Kim for the Koreans. They get first bite of the cherry, shifting the ball into the midfield. Calling for some space down on this left-hand flank, and a good pick up here from Yuri Kim, but she's tackled into touch. China take it quickly. Shifting it through the hands. Have they got an overlap? Very nice wide ball. One-on-one, and a great handoff for Minglin Tang. And she'll take it round by the post. So, not a bad start by Korea, but as soon as they turned the ball over, China were clinical. Some good wide passing to create the opportunity for Minglin Tang there. Yu slots the kick over, so 7-0 China, 1 minute gone. Just watching the replay here, a good handoff and then a clean pair of heels down that left-hand touch. And a big high restart from Yu. It's going to be difficult for the Koreans to control this. But in fact, it's looks to have been China that's knocked it on in front of me, but the referee's missed that. No, she hasn't. So, South Korea get a scrum feed. Just on their own 10-metre line. Back line set deep with plenty of space out to the right. Ball about to be fed by Lee Ju-young. Under a bit of pressure, but she gets the pass away. But the Chinese defensive line have rushed up quickly. Cleaned up by the veteran there, Lee. But a wide pass that's bounced and put Yuri Kim under pressure. She's done well though. Korea retaining possession but not going forward. Ball going through the hands again. And once again, under pressure from the Chinese defence. They've coughed the ball up. China take it into the ruck and set up. Shifting the ball again. And they've created space out wide. Gets the offload away. Ruan, the big number 9. More opportunities for China. And a great run from Chen. She's just burst through the middle, put it under the sticks. So good patient build up there from China. Taking the ball into the contact, setting up the rucks and then creating the space out wide for number 7, Chen. Yu pops the kick over. 12-0. Third try today for Chen. 1-on-1 and she just slides through the gap. Yu saunters back to halfway and gets ready for the next restart. The last one was a good one, put the Koreans under a lot of pressure. And good height on this one again. Well taken by number 9, Run. Yu links up, jinks back. Fortunately the pass has gone to ground and bobbled out towards the sideline. So some good defensive shape there by the Koreans. Despite getting broken through the middle, they managed to recover and put enough pressure on. Now they get a shot at throwing in their own line out. And it'll be Ju-yeon Lee actually change the plan. Haesu Jang's going to get in there and throw it in. Pretty simple but effective line out throw. Set up the ruck. And that defensive pressure from China once again's put Korea under a bit of pressure and they've coughed up the ball. A lot of these Korean ladies are crossover athletes from other sports and still working on some of those basic handling skills, catch, pass. China to feed. Yu waiting behind the scrum and it's a tight head from the Koreans. What can they do here? Lee knocks it through and Guan chasing hard. Will the ball bounce up for her? She toes ahead. Hacked over the sideline by Yu from China. So Korea get another line out feed here. About 25-30 metres out from the Chinese line. What can they do with this opportunity? Would really love to go into half-time with a score under their belt. Trying to get up and disrupt and flick the ball back on their own side. Good burst up the middle. Hard running number 9, Run. Not much happening here, but she's taken a good line across the field. She just needs someone coming in from the inside. And bursting through. Zhu, has she got enough gas? No, she's got a support runner though. And Tang goes in again. Good support play there from Tang. came from a long way back to collect that try. Four tries in the series and 2 in this first half. Leaves you with a pretty difficult wide-angled conversion, and it's away to the right. So that'll be half-time. China leading 17-0 over Korea. Good finish there from Tang. Girls from the Soul Sisters enjoying their afternoon out here. Big rugby game in Korea today across town between the two university rivals, Yonsei and Korea universities. That draws a crowd of about 25,000 annually. So while there may not be so many people out here today, there might be a bigger crowd in attendance tomorrow. China will be pretty happy with their first half. Took their opportunities well, and their defensive line speed's been a feature. So they'll go into the second half with a lot of confidence. Korea, well, they've worked hard, and it's just been some of those basic catch-pass skills that have let them down a little bit. Turning over a lot of ball, but they've scrambled well on defence, and they've shown a good attitude out there. And they'll get a chance to kick off and try and put some pressure on China here. Min Hee Lee played for the side for 10 years, former career and under-19 soccer representative that saw the light and crossed over rugby. Started well with a good restart. Some nice passing from these Chinese ladies. Really managed to drag the defence across the field well with these long passes, although that one hasn't gone to hand. So Korea seem to be varying their line-out play up a bit. Sometimes they lift Haesu Jang, and other times they use one of the other forwards to use Juyeon Lee to throw the ball in. Looks as though they're going to use Jang as a thrower, and she just throws it in straight to the first jumper, but that one's not straight. It's those little errors that really hurt Korea at the moment, because hard work on defence in sevens. You've got a lot of ground to cover, and when you've got the ball, you've got to hold on to it for a while. Zhao going to feed the scrum for China. They've looked very impressive ball in hand, and they've got another wide right hand side to work with here. Stable scrum, but good work from Haesu Kim to come round and disrupt, but unfortunately she was offside. So China tap quickly and go through the hands. Switching back. And that's come off the face, so it's a charge rather than a knockdown. But some good speed on the outside there from Chen. And she's throwing the dummy. She's going all the way. Good spirited chase there from Min Hui Lee, but too much pace from Chen. And she's looked dangerous every time she's got the ball. So 22-0 with the kick to come. About 5 minutes left in this one. Grabs his second for this match and fourth for the day. Yu unable to convert from out wide. Just a good chase back to push the kick out wide, so shows a bit of character to keep chasing in those sort of situations. Korean crowd trying to get in behind their ladies, give them a bit of a lift for this last 4 minutes in the hope that they can get across the line for their first try today. Certainly hasn't been through a lack of effort. Secured the ball, Han, but she's thrown a wild one. And China have secured possession again. Wide ball out. Tang drifts across the field. Gives it off to Lu, who's stepping and weaving through. And pass has gone down on the loop, so Korea have a shot now. Quite dry conditions out here, but I guess the fatigue factor is starting to hurt the skills a little bit. It's been a lot of running in this game. Haesu Jang, the former boxer, will feed the scrum for Korea. Deep inside their own territory. They get a good strike on that. And then they're going to have a crack. Lee puts boot to ball, but it's skewed off the side of her foot. And China have reclaimed possession again, and a nice piece of footwork there for number 2. Liu goes in for the try. She'll be happy with that. Another hard kick for Yu from out on the touchline. Oh, she's actually handed over the kicking duties to Zhu. And that's away. So 27-0 to China. About 2 minutes to go for Korea. Can they get a try? Sure, it'll bring this sparse Incheon crowd to its feet. Just awaiting the restart here. And kick deep into the Korean half, but they've let it bounce and they've put themselves under a bit of pressure immediately. The Chinese defence has been very strong, but good work from Korea to get out of that danger. Unfortunately, Jang's dropped it cold. So it looks like Korea might need to do a bit of work on their catch-pass skills before the next tournament, but they're hustling well on defence. China, on the other hand, look very slick in that regard. They've got some good ball handlers out there. And they'll have another crack. Shifting it out here. The try scorer runs a great wee Y line there and just gets around the outside of a defender. It's another good finish by Liu. One-on-one with her marker and she just stepped on the outside and gassed through the hole. Conversion away again, so 32-0 to China. Probably got about a minute left in this game. Oh no, here we go, the hoot is gone. Time for one last kick-off though. Can Korea claim this restart and get a try? Got the first part right. Now they're moving the ball into the contact and a good clear out there from Jang. Got an overlap here. Nice ball, but the cover comes across and takes Park down. And she's been done for holding on, so China get one last crack at it. Last play of the match. They're going to have a tap it and have a crack. Huang taps the ball and puts a bit of a step on. Goes herself, throws a lovely short ball, and a great line there from number 9, Ruan. So China take the score out to 37 zip, and there's a kick to come. Slots that, so 39-0 China take this round, match number 13 over the locals Korea. And very comprehensive performance from China there. Looked to be a well-drilled, slick outfit. Good defensive structure, some good catch-pass skills. Korea, spirited performance. A lot of these ladies are relatively new to rugby, having crossed over from other sports. And not a huge number of rugby players in the country, as we mentioned before the game, so very much a work in progress, but I'm sure they'll keep chipping away.